2026, dog. Like, it's time. It's been enough time. Like, if you're like me and you're in your mid to late 30s, what are you waiting for? It's time to stop fucking around and just do the goddamn thing. What are you waiting for? No one's going to save you. No one's going to pluck you out of obscurity. No one's going to say, you know what, this guy's got the right idea. I'm gonna platform him and give him a medal and showcase him around the city. And no one's gonna do that. It just doesn't work that way. And you should know that by now. You're addicted to procrastination. I know how that feels. You're addicted to inspiration, information. You're addicted to someday. You're addicted to I'll do it tomorrow. You're addicted to your phone. You're addicted to distraction. You're addicted to one of these days, when it hurts enough, then I'll do it. It's 2026, dog. Remember when it was 2019 and you thought you were going to grab the 20s by the balls and you were going to run with it and do something with it? Remember? That was 5 fucking years ago. What have you done? I'm not trying to make you feel bad. Maybe you've done more than me, and that's fantastic. Congratulations. Here's a fucking violin. Here's a pat on the back. Here's a fucking cookie, whatever you want. But if you're watching this, if you clicked on this, something isn't right. And maybe I am projecting a little bit, and that's okay. Maybe this is for the future me when I get frustrated. I don't know. But look at this as a wake-up call. Look at this as a kick in the nuts that you need to get started. What have you been doing with your time? Biding your time, waiting for the right moment, waiting for it all to click into place. There's never a right time. There's only right now. You already know this. What do you need? Somebody else to confirm this? You need to hear it in somebody else's voice? What are you waiting for? This is the wake-up call. And it's time. You know everything you need to know. You're ready. You have everything you need to create. You have everything you've ever needed to be productive. You don't need a new notebook. You don't need a better camera. You don't need a new camera. You don't need a brand new car. You don't need to move out of your apartment. You are enough, and you have everything you've ever needed to get started and to start being consistent, showing up for yourself every single day, holding yourself accountable. I think it's time to identify your excuses and put them on paper. That should be your vision board for 2026, your excuses. And anytime you see yourself revisiting them, I think it's time to eviscerate, obliterate, eliminate your excuses. It's time to hang them up. I'll share a few. A good old-fashioned one for me is I'll start tomorrow, or I need to read this book so I can be an expert in that field, or I need a new notebook so I can write down my goals. Dude, my goals have been the same for the past 10 years. They've been the same. Shit happens. I understand. There's a global pandemic that happens that fucks shit up. Maybe you get fired, or maybe you get promoted and now you have more responsibilities, or maybe you have an unexpected kid along the way, or maybe you have your third kid along the way, or maybe you're in the middle of a move and they kick you out of your apartment and now you got to go find another one, or maybe you move back in with your parents. There are tons of excuses. There's tons of excuses, and only you can validate them. But identify them and know what they are, and recognize the pattern that you put yourself in and you find yourself in every single year. It's 2026, dog. I checked. It's time to create non-negotiables. It's time to say, I'm going to run that 1 mile every single day until that becomes easy. And then I'll run 2 miles every single day until that becomes boring. And then I'll run 3 miles every single day, and just progress by inches. Progress equals happiness. Just show up for yourself. It's 2026. You're going to be 40, you're going to be 50, you're going to be 60, you're going to be 70. What was it all for? You're waiting for someone to pluck you out of obscurity and platform you and, put a medal over your your shoulders and say, we're going to take you around the city and give you the key, and the town is yours. And it just, in what universe? What are your non-negotiables? For me, I'm going to create consistently. And I know that had I done that 10 years ago, I'd be a multimillionaire today. I just know that. I know it in my bones. People are not necessarily smarter than you. They just show up and you're watching them live their life online. You're distracted. You're caught up comparing yourself to other people. You're not getting after it and doing the damn thing. I don't know what you're waiting for. The right time, waiting to get a better job, waiting for more money. Stop waiting for more money. Stop fucking waiting for more money. It took me 6, 7, 8 years to marry Claire because I was waiting for the right time and the right moment. And I was waiting to spend 3 months worth of income on a ring and blah, 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 man. And we just eloped. We just eloped and got married in Central Park. And that was one of the greatest days of my life, if not the greatest day of my life. And I was just tired of waiting. There was no perfect moment. There was no perfect time. There was no, the clouds open up and it's the perfect moment. I just had to do it. It's the same thing with showing up consistently with whatever your passions, whatever your goals, whatever your dreams are. It's the same thing. Create a list of non-negotiables. I'm going to run a minimum of 1 mile every single day. I'm going to eliminate sugars, breads, and pastas from my diet. I'm going to get 15 to 20K steps a day. I'm going to drink an absurd amount of water. I want to create new systems and new habits, not because it's cool and it's January juice and it's time to do that. I just want to elevate my standards and raise the bar of what I do consistently, because I know that the man that I want to be on the other side of that prism does those things every single day, even when he doesn't fucking feel like it. And that's the key. And, you zoom out and they call that discipline. So these are my non-negotiables. And if that's difficult for you because that's a little too extreme, it's a little too abrasive, then just simplify. Simplify your goals. What does that look like? I have a macro, crazy, delusional, it's not even that crazy, but for me, it's an absurd goal for 2026, and that's I want to run a marathon. I've never even ran more than a mile. Who the fuck do I think I am? I'm 250 pounds right now, December 2025. And I know the guy that I have to be to run a marathon. And I know that it's just as much mental as it is physical. And I know that you need compelling, powerful, motivating, inspiring reasons to actually run 26.1 miles to do that. And I want to be that man. And I want to meet that man halfway and get there. And I can push us the rest of the way. Simplify your big macro year-defining goal, whatever that is. Maybe that's getting to a certain weight, moving up in weight. Maybe that's releasing a project once a month, once a year, whatever that is. Just create a year-defining goal, simplify it, and embrace the work. Most people don't do shit because they're scared of the work. You have the audacity to dream. You have the audacity to show up and wake up and say one day, I want to do X, Y, and Z. I want to run a marathon. Who the fuck do I think I am? Well, embrace the work. Stop, being satisfied with these excuses. I'll do it one day. I'm going to be 38 in March. Like the clock is ticking. The clock is ticking to make a living with my creativity. The clock is ticking to travel around the world with, my art and to meet new people and to, have new experiences and take my family places they've never been before. The clock is ticking, man. What am I waiting for? Like these kids of mine, they're going to be at an age where they can travel with me and they can pay for my plane tickets and they can take me around. Like Aiden's 20. He's going to be 2020. He's going to be 21 in 2026. Like this he doesn't need me anymore. You know what I'm saying? Time marches on. Time moves forward. What are you waiting for? The clock is ticking. Embrace the work. Stop being scared of the labor. Stop being scared of the effort. Because if you don't make the effort, then you don't deserve shit. And that's just the black and white of it. Progress equals happiness. Even if you progress by inches, inches turn into feet, turn into yards, turn into miles, like just progress, just move forward. Even if it's 2 steps forward, 1 step back, just keep moving forward, whatever that is. Get very clear. And that doesn't mean spend a month, a week, another day figuring it out. You already know. Go back to an old list in an old journal that you wrote. Go back to your old drawing board where you've already made these decisions and actually do it this time. You owe it to yourself. And if you don't, honestly, man, shame on you. If you don't, if you wait for the right time, man, fuck you. For real. Some of you need to hear that. I've needed to hear that. And that's why I'm making this. And I hope it fucking resonates with at least one of you. That's the end of the video.